What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, got a new little style now. Gonna see how this work. Alright, just got through watching the game number 5. Indiana comes out victorious. Had a late flurry in the end of the game to put it out of reach. Indiana, for their credit, they was keeping the game close, even though OKC was having 10-point leads, 13-point leads. Indiana was still staying in there. But for whatever reason, Indiana just couldn't get over the hump. It ain't for whatever reason, I'm just saying. I'm a little ticked off about it. I'll be alright. But Indiana probably more than likely gonna come back next game in Indiana and come out with the victory in Game 6. Hopefully. But you can tell I was watching the game with my nephew, and just because it was another person, I wanted to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing, because Oklahoma City was getting away with offensive fouls, especially from Shai Gilgeous. That elbow is prominent. That elbow is prominent in his driving package. We'll go there. One thing of note that was discovered during the game is Halliburton's hurt. Halliburton had some kind of leg contusion, a calf issue. He fell down in the first half, driving to the bucket. Had to come out, went to the locker room, came back. He was ineffective. I don't think he even scored. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, had over 40. Tremendous floor game. He was directing the offense. He's been doing that since the last game. Chet Holmgren played tough. Lou Dort was staying, for the most part, staying in his lane. And for Indiana, TJ McConnell, the renegade as I call him, he was doing work, but the rotation that Carlisle was using, he brought even Bradley off the bench tonight. Bradley, I hadn't seen too much of him play, so I can't say what he is or not capable of. But you can tell he hadn't played in a while because he was really stiff. Now maybe he is a stiff guy, but as he played, the longer he played, he looked a little better. He looked a lot better. One thing I can say about him, for all the big men that they have, he seems more sure in the paint than Toppin and Turner. Toppin had a few nice plays, but overall Indiana was turning the ball over way too much to make a dent into the leads that Indiana was putting up. They got the closest in the fourth quarter. I thought they might be able to get that takeover, but it didn't materialize. So it's like that. But I'm not gonna get in here cut and dry. I mean, I'm not gonna get on a long little talk about this because pretty much cut and dry. Indiana went down. They got to come back in Indiana the next game or they're gonna be eliminated. OKC did their thing with some help. I'm not gonna sit in and put it all on that, but they letting these offensive fouls go too much, man. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about all that. Grandpa out.